Legislative Day 2 will now come to order. Please rise and for a moment of silent meditation. Okay, thank you. I'll now call upon Councilman Marks, who will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would also ask that we just take a minute to acknowledge the passing of a former councilman, Gary Huddles. Mr. Huddles was a member of the Baltimore County Council for 4 terms from 1970 through 1986, representing the 2nd District. I just want to make a statement that our thoughts and prayers are with his family. On that note, Mr. Secretary, I'm Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Is there a motion to approve the journal
I don't even know
for
if
the
that's
meeting of
proposed.
January the 2nd?
Moved. I move it.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. Now enrollment of bills. There are no bills for enrollment this evening. Mr. Secretary, we now read any bills for introduction.
Bill 1-18, Childhood Lead Poisoning Prevention and Environmental Case Management Program, and Bill 2-18, Animal Holding Facilities, Noise and Excessive Lighting.
Thank you. The council will now consider all bills for final reading and vote. Mr. Secretary, the first bill, please.
Bill 73-17, National Incident-Based Reporting System.
Okay. Major J. Lansman.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
The NIBRS, or National Incident-Based Reporting System, that is the system that we're looking to change over our summary reporting system for uniform crime reporting data. The Department of Justice, Bureau of Justice Statistics, has provided a $970,000, $880 grant, almost $1 million, to convert our current summary reporting system over to NIBRS. NIBRS has been in use since the 80s by several police departments across the country. In February of 2016, FBI Director Comey mandated that all police departments switch over to NIBRS, reporting their uniform crime data by 2021. To get a more representative sample of how this system will help create a more clear picture of crime statistics, they selected, the FBI selected 75 large police departments to provide this grant to, so we could get a representative pool of data, and we were one of those agencies. One of the benefits of switching over to NIBRS is getting more detailed information. Right now, the summary crime reporting system uses a hierarchy system where if multiple crimes take place in one incident, the most serious offense takes precedent over everything else. So if you have an auto theft that occurs in a burglary, that auto theft may get lost in the shuffle there. We will also get more information about victims and suspects and MO data that will not only help us in providing better information to the public, but also our investigators in identifying crime patterns and for our commanders to allocate resources and moving them where they need to be. There's no new personnel attached to this. That's all the current staff that enters our uniform crime data will then be entering it under NIBRS once we convert over. The money's broken down into the $396,880 goes to the project manager and consultant over the life of the conversion, which we should be done by October of 2019. And then the vendor software engineering costs, $574,000. And that comes to that $880 mark. So if you have any other questions?
Okay, thank you. Any questions by any of the members? Okay, seeing no questions, Mr. Secretary, can you please call the roll on Bill 7317?
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Allen?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye. Okay, Bill 7317 is passed. Thank you very much. Tell your father I said hello. Okay, Mr. Secretary, next bill, please.
Bill 74-17, Internet Crimes Against Children Grant.
Okay, I'd like to call Colonel Stephen Levac to testify. Levac?
Layback.
Levac.
But why you gotta bring attention to it? Nobody can talk about it.
How you doing, Colonel?
Deal.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the County Council. How are you this evening?
Crisis
Great.
TV just makes everybody.
I'm here tonight to request a supplemental appropriation of amount of $10,700 for the Baltimore County Police Department from the Governor's Office of Crime Control, GOCCP. It's for internet crimes against children. The grant is to be used to assist in developing and implementing strategies specifically intended to investigate and prosecute internet crimes against children in the state of Maryland. The grant funding will be for updated equipment, upgraded equipment, specifically to investigate and prosecute internet crimes against children. The grant application notice from GOCCP was sent out on April 17, 2017, and we submitted it on May 18, 2017 for the grant funding. And it will be for data processing equipment, software, and peripherals, which will replace much older and slower and outdated computer equipment. Does anybody have any questions?
Thank you.
Can I answer?
Any questions? Hearing no questions, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on Bill 7417.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mrs. Allman?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Okay, Bill 7417 is passed. Thank you very much, Colonel.
Thank you. Good night.
And you have a right to butcher my name whenever you like.
It's kind of hard to do, I would think. Can I move the-
Okay. Mr. Secretary, next bill, please.
Bill 75-17, Emergency Response Grant.
Okay. Chief Carol Priest.
Price.
How you doing today, Chief?
Good. How you doing, sir?
Good, good.
Good evening, everyone. The administration is requesting a supplemental appropriation of federal funds totaling $1,519,368 to the Staffing for Adequate Fire and Emergency Response, known as the SAFER Grant Gifts and Grant Funds Program. The funds will be used for the salaries and fringe benefits of 16 probationary firefighter positions for 3 years.
Okay. Are there any questions by any of the members? No questions? Mr. Secretary,
I'll move the bill.
you can move the bill? Okay, is there a
Not
second?
needed. It's not needed.
It's not me. Okay.
Mr. Secretary, would you like to call the roll on Bill 7517?
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Almond?
Aye.
Okay, Bill 7517 is passed. Thank you very much, Chief Price. Sure. Okay. Mr. Secretary, next bill, please.
Bill 76-17, Local Management Board.
Okay, I'd like to call Mr. Kevin Reed.
Chairman, council members. The administration is requesting a supplemental appropriation of state funds from the Governor's Office for Children in the amount of $75,000 to establish a local care team coordinator within our local management board. Local care teams consist of experts from the child services agencies, such as County DSS, Department of Health, as well as some state agencies, Department of Juvenile Services and Developmental Disability Association. And they meet regularly. They review cases of youth who are in need of a therapeutic out-of-home placement due to complex needs from mental health and or developmental disabilities. The new position will provide coordination and support to the team to ensure that youth with these intensive needs receive comprehensive support services in order to return or divert them from an out-of-home placement.
Okay, thank you. Are there any questions or comments by the members? Hearing none, Mr. Secretary, please call the roll for Bill 7617.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Almond?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Okay, Bill 7617 is passed. The council will now consider all fiscal matters. Extensive testimony was taken at the council's work session on January the 9th, 2018. The witnesses who testified at the work session are available to reiterate their testimony if needed. I'll now call upon the Secretary to read the cover letter for fiscal matters 1 through 3.
Fiscal Matter 1 is a contract with Popowski Brothers Incorporated. Fiscal Matter 2 is a contract with Jeffrey Dobson Esquire. And Fiscal Matter number 3 is a contract with Abbey Square Apartments, LLC.
Any questions? Hearing none. Is there a motion to approve fiscal matters 1 through 3?
I'll move it.
Second.
It's been first and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll on fiscal matters 1 through 3.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Almond?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Fiscal matters 1 through 3 are approved. We'll now consider miscellaneous business. Mr. Secretary, first item, please.
I have a notification from the Director of Budget and Finance regarding the awarding of contracts over $25,000 by a process other than a formal competitive bid. Those contracts are required to be announced at the Council's legislative meeting. There are 4 contracts this evening. Van Dyke Baylor Corporation, $516,246. Verizon, $75,246. Brawner Builders Incorporated, $128,950. And Renegade Brands, $24,758.
Okay. Move right along with Resolution 6-18.
Resolution 6-18 is a resolution to amend the Baltimore County Water Supply and Sewerage Plan.
Okay, is Mr. Welch here? Mr. Welch, how are you?
Great. Mr. Chairman, members
Good.
of council. Resolution 6-18 amends the Baltimore County Water Supply and Sewerage Plan. Amendments to the plan are made annually in accordance with executive orders of April 11th, 1990, July 22nd, 2003, and August 28th, 2009. On July 20th, 2017, the Planning Board held an advertised public hearing on 2 requested amendments to the plan and reported the results of the hearing to the county executive. Requests were reviewed by the Department of Environmental Protection and Sustainability, Department of Public Works, the Department of Planning, and the Planning Board and both requests were approved. Planning Board approval occurred on September 7, 2017. County Executive reviewed the proposed amendments and submitted them to the Council for approval. This resolution would adopt the recommendation for the two requests. And those two requests are Pearlstone Center, 5425 Mount Gilead Road in the 3rd Councilmanic District, and the Randallstown Animal Hospital, 10022 Liberty Road in the 4th Councilmanic District.
Thank you, Mr. Walsh. Are there any questions?
I don't have any questions, but I would like to make a comment. I just want to thank you for all the work that's being done. We've had many, I can't speak for all the members, but for the 6th District, we've had quite a few water main breaks to deal with, and your agency has been so quick to respond to me by text, no matter what time of day or night, to let me know exactly how many people out of service, if there's businesses included in that, and I can get that right out on my social media, and it really, although it's upsetting for people to wake up to not have water, or to go to bed knowing they're not going to have water, but it lets them have a plan B, and to know, that there's an issue on their street and they can plan for it, and you've just been doing a fantastic job, and I want to thank you for that. I don't know if this is going to be the future for the winter. I know that the extreme temperatures, I'm sure, caused a lot of those breaks, and then the thaw coming back. Do you foresee that, or?
We certainly hope not. I know the weather's supposed to break again this weekend, so I know the extended period of cold and then the warming obviously caused all the problems. So hopefully if temperatures moderate a little bit, then it'll calm down. But I can report as of today, the number of breaks is way down and the number of calls for service is way down. They're still out there, of course, but from a week ago when I talked to you all, it was pretty bad for a period of 3 or 4 days in there.
So does it appear that the city's just Band-Aiding them for now, and then going to have a overall approach on, where these breaks are and if they actually need more water relining replacements, or, how will they structure that? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean, certainly when there's a break, they go out and fix the break in that single location. Now, if there's an area that has experienced many breaks over a course of time, then their engineering staff, as well as ours in the county, look at whether or not a capital project is needed for that particular line based on age and break history. So,
all right. Well, thank you. I just wanted to take the opportunity to say thank you again.
Thank you. But we're actually doing the easy part. All we're doing is reporting to you what the city's telling us.
Right.
So those folks have.
Well, I always
a
say,
more
and
difficult
according
job.
to Baltimore City in my post.
Yeah. I too would thank you because it is very helpful. Councilman Quirk.
Yeah, I just want to piggyback as well. I think we all know if we get a text from Steve Walsh at 4:30 in the morning, it's probably not a good thing. And so now I do appreciate you communicating and actively letting us know what parts of our district are having, problems and pipes bursting. And I think long term for the county, the more and more we can help assist the city with this, the better, more control. And but I appreciate your help in the communication channels and also you taking our text at odd hours as well, and on weekends and on holidays. And so I do appreciate your help. It's obviously been a very cold winter, and we're definitely seeing that effect. So thanks for your help.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Marks.
I'll echo all those comments. Thank you for all the work you've done. Thank you to the city. Rudy Chow's been extremely helpful. And I think this is a good illustration of the prudence of investing in water infrastructure. These projects are not the most glamorous. They create traffic headaches, but they are important. And this is a good reminder of why there's an urgency to improve the infrastructure. So thank you.
Councilwoman Allman.
Ditto on everything, and I just want to thank you for all that you've done and your department as well, and for your kindness when you send those texts. You're always very kind. There are no blanks or hidden words or anything, so that shows a lot of character. Thank you. Great job.
I'm just curious why you're not kind to me. Councilman Cash.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I too want to thank you for the notices, and it's good. I can let my constituents know that the county knows, and therefore the city knows that it's a problem. And I appreciate it very much, all the work that you do. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Just one other thing, just that, I know there's a little love fest going on here.
Yeah.
But,
You'll take it.
I'll take it.
you know, I did want to note, I mean, you know, there's been a lot of tough decisions that have been made, you know, the county executive level and the county council. Baltimore County is spending over $1 billion in infrastructure to try to fix these pipes and fix all the infrastructure we have. Over $1 billion. We're spending $1.3 billion on schools, and we're spending another $1 billion over several years to really aggressively try to tackle this, because we're all inheriting a county where a lot of stuff in Baltimore County happened 60 or 70 years ago, and now it all needs to be replaced. And so it's an incredibly significant issue, but it's also being dealt head on with some pretty tough decisions in the last couple of years. So I did want to acknowledge it as well.
Mr. Chair, if I may, Mr. Walsh, I'm not going to thank you because I just thanked you a half an hour ago when we got off the phone together on a water main issue in our district. So I know this is a very challenging time. You didn't seem surprised when I told you we have a few water main breaks in Baltimore County. You seem to be on top of it. So keep up the hard work. We need you, and hopefully the weather coming in tomorrow and then warming this weekend, hopefully we're not faced with a number, you know, throughout the whole system. What were we at, 110 breaks throughout the whole system at one point a couple weeks ago?
Yep, about a week ago. It was
Yeah.
over 120. Yeah.
Right, and we're down to
40 or so in the system as a whole, and about 20 in the county.
okay. Well, I'm going to knock on some wood that those numbers keep going down and not up. So thank you, Mr. Walsh.
Well, you notice we're all thankful till we wake up in the morning and there's one on our street.
It is interesting, though, if I may, real quick. I have learned in the last year and a half as director that you folks are really, most people, or a lot of people call you before they call the departments on issues. So the quicker you know what's going on,
Yep.
the quicker we can get information out to the
For sure.
the citizens. So
We appreciate it.
And I'm pretty sure you're aware of the sidewalk I saw encapsulated in ice coming here.
A lot
Okay.
of sidewalks.
Any more questions? Proposals? Anything? All right. Is there a motion to approve Resolution 618?
So moved.
Second.
It's been first and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Allman?
Aye.
Mr. Katz?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Okay, Resolution 618 is passed. Thank you very much, Mr. Walsh, but I guess we have another one for you. Resolution 718.
Resolution 718 is a resolution to approve the extension of the sanitary sewer system in the Turkey Point area, the 7th Councilmanic District.
Okay, Mr. Walsh.
this resolution, 7-18, would approve that extension of the sanitary system in the Turkey Point Road area in Essex. The extension will serve 4 improved properties on Tickwood Road in 7th Councilmanic District. The construction cost of the project is $207,233.12, of which the property owners will pay $158,048.59. Baltimore County is responsible for $49,184.53, of which $7,255.58 is county assistance, and that's defined as the county's 50% share of the deficit, basically the remaining amount of money, the remaining unfunded paid money in the project.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Walsh. Are there any questions? Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just want to thank the administration for their work on this. As I understand it, this has been a bit of a challenge over the years to get this done, and the residents seem supportive in the public hearing. There were 2 residents that showed up in support of this. I also have received a letter of support from the Rockaway Beach Turkey Point Association in support of this. So, on behalf of everyone that loves the Chesapeake Bay, thank you for your work on it.
Okay. Any more questions? Okay, is there a motion to approve Resolution 718?
So
I'll move
moved.
it.
I'll second.
It's been first and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Allman?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Okay, Resolution 7-18 is passed. Next, moving on to Resolution 8-18.
Resolution 8-18 is sponsored by Councilman Jones. This is a resolution to approve the refund of property taxes collected from Gary Roundtree, who is a disabled veteran and entitled to that exemption under state law.
It's my honor and privilege to move that resolution.
Second.
It's been first and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Allman?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Resolution 8-18 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Resolution 9-18 is sponsored by Councilman Marks. This is a resolution to approve the refund of taxes collected from Tony Price, who is a disabled veteran.
I'm honored to move it.
I'll second it. It's been first and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Allman?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Resolution 10-18 is sponsored by Councilwoman Bevins. This is a resolution to approve the refund of property taxes collected from Dalius Brown, who is a disabled veteran.
It's my privilege to move it.
I'll second it.
It's been first and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Allman?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Resolution 10-18 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Resolution 11-18 is also sponsored by Councilwoman Bevins, a resolution to approve the refund of property taxes collected from Warren Miller, who is a disabled veteran.
I'm honored to move it.
Second.
It's been first and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Allman?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Resolution 11-18 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Resolution 12-18 is sponsored by Councilman Crandall. This is a resolution to approve the refund of taxes collected from Paula M. Dash, who is the surviving spouse of a disabled veteran.
I'll move the resolution.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Mr. Secretary, please call the roll.
Mr. Crandall?
Aye.
Mr. Jones?
Aye.
Mr. Quirk?
Aye.
Mrs. Allman?
Aye.
Mr. Catch?
Aye.
Mr. Marks?
Aye.
Mrs. Bevins?
Aye.
Resolution 12-18 is passed. Mr. Secretary, next item, please.
Resolution 13-18 is a resolution to approve the county's contribution toward the purchase of certain development rights easements. This is for introduction only this evening.
Mr. Secretary, next item.
Resolution 14-18 is sponsored by Councilman Marks. This is a resolution to approve a planned unit development known as Bosley Estates for introduction only this evening.
Okay. Mr. Secretary, is there any further business to come before the council?
There is no further business, Mr. Chairman.
Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
before we adjourn, I would like the council to adjourn in memory of Glenn Thomas, who was the chairman of the president of the Jacksonville Community Association. He was also president of the association when there was the 26,000 gallon gasoline spill in Jacksonville. This was really a catastrophe for that area. I can't begin to tell you how bad it was, but he was at the time an excellent president of the Community Association who put a lot of time and effort into it, along with the Department of the Environment and Baltimore County Public Works as well. So I'd like to dedicate this meeting in memory of Glenn.
Thank you very much, Councilman Catch. I certainly remember that tragedy and all the lawsuits and everything that came behind it. Again, is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I move to adjourn.
Second?
It's been first and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
The ayes have it. The meeting is adjourned. As is customary, anyone who has signed up prior to the meeting with the secretary is allowed 3 minutes to speak. Mr. Secretary, are there any speakers signed up this evening?
There are 3 speakers, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. I will start with Miss Patricia Benz. Come on up, Miss Benz. You're going to come right there, and right behind her will be Miss Katie Knott, and then Steve Bazika. So you can come and sit right there, and Steve, you can stay where you are. We'll get you up here. Miss Benz.
I'm not going to fall today. I see that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we made it a little safer.
Yeah, I did. I'm speaking regarding the resolution for the Bosley Estates PUD. And I wanted to give you a little background. The Bosley Mansion, it was built by Dr. Grafton Bosley, and that was for whom the Bosley Avenue is named. He was a great philanthropist and the first president of the Odd Fellows organization in Towson. He was involved with seeking to have Towson named as the county seat, and thus he donated the land for this courthouse as well as the Towson Jail. Now, the Towson Jail has been converted into offices and retains much of its historic characteristics both inside and out. The jail, which is now Bosley Hall, is a prime example of adaptive reuse, which was developed by Azola and Associates starting in 2009. After the Bosley family left the mansion, it changed hands to several other prominent families and later became the business offices during the construction of the Southland Hills community. In 1929, it was sold to the Presbyterian Home of Maryland, who has continued to own it to this day. So that's almost 100 years that they've had it. As with the Towson Jail, we expect the team of Azola and Adams to take the same care and attention to preservation details with the original portion of the mansion, following the Secretary of the Interior standards as much as possible. The community of Southland Hills, along with the Greater Towson Council of Community Association, supports the PUD resolution put forth by Councilman Marks, as well as the Preservation Alliance of Baltimore County. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, Ms. Katie Knott. How are you, Ms. Knott?
Fine, thank you.
Good.
So I'm the Vice President of Southland Hills Improvement Association, and I'm here to represent our board. Our board fully supports the proposed adaptive reuse of the old Bosley Mansion and former Presbyterian Home of Maryland property. This is not development as usual. The Bosley Estates team started meeting with our board in the summer of 2017 to get an idea of what the neighborhood would and would not support in terms of residential use for the property. Delbert Adams and Marty Azola and their team embody the definition of collaboration. They have spent countless hours meeting with our neighborhood as a group, as well as individual homeowners, regarding their conceptual plans as were submitted in the PUD. Furthermore, they've been receptive to our neighbors' ideas and concerns. They have a proven track record of high-end historic preservation and adaptive reuse projects, and we believe this is the most realistic option for the redevelopment of this property. The benefit to our community of this PUD is a high-end, architecturally sensitive development that will increase our property values and preserve the Bosley Mansion and grounds. Yes, we understand that it's an increase in density, but when Presbyterian Home was fully functioning as an assisted living facility, they were licensed for 100 beds. So that's a lot of residents, that's a lot of staff coming in and out, as well as delivery trucks, fire engines, ambulances. So we actually anticipate that this development won't cause as much traffic as we had when Presbyterian Home was actually fully functioning. We have been working for almost 2 years to get a residential use with preservation of the mansion and grounds, and that's what this project does. We want this development to come to fruition. And I would just ask that anyone that is here from the neighborhood in support of this project, please stand up for the council to see. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kate. Thank you all.
That was it? Okay. Okay, Mr. Steve. Did you miss the sign-in one meeting? I thought I saw you one meeting and you did not testify.
Out of respect for the transfer of you to chairman, I thought maybe we'd give you guys a bye that week.
Well, I certainly appreciate it, but believe me, it's important that you come here and make your concerns known. And I appreciate you giving us a bye, but we're here for you. So go right ahead.
Thank you very much.
Take as much time as you like tonight. We owe you at least 6 minutes.
We don't need that today. But thank you for the opportunity to speak here again.
Sure.
My name is Steve Breitska, and I'm also representing the 30 homeowners in Kimberly Farms Homeowners Association, many of who are here tonight. As you remember, we've been attending and addressing the council since November, discussing our frustration with the noise and light pollution emanating from the BCAS facility in Baldwin, along with the lack of response from the county executive's office. We came to the county council because of that lack of response from the county executive's office, despite mounds of evidence we provided them showing that the Baldwin facility was violating state law at our expense. All this comes from a problem that the county created, has studied, and is known about for over 18 months. To us, it's crazy that we need to ask the county council's help to get the county where we pay taxes to comply with an established law. But we are focused on doing whatever we need to do to get the environmental issues caused by the Baldwin BCAS facility remedied. We've been very grateful, though, for the support and empathy we have received from the entire county council on this matter. Tonight, we see real progress as Councilman Katch introduced Bill 2-18 that will create a law that will cause the county to act and get compliance with the state noise law, which will be a tremendous benefit to our homeowners and the citizens of Baltimore County. We implore each and every one of you to review this bill and stand behind it to get the state noise law obeyed within the county. We passed out information in our first presentation to the county council in November, which may help you as you review this bill and support us in getting this difficult situation corrected for us and prevented for other citizens of the county. I respectfully thank you for allowing me to speak here again.
Thank you very much, sir. Yes.
Just very quickly, I want to thank you and the Community Association for all the work that you've done to try to get the correct wording for this proposed law. And hopefully, within the time frame in the bill, this problem will be resolved once and for all. Again, thank you.
Thank you very, very much. Well, this concludes all the speakers for this evening. Everybody have yourself a safe trip home, and thank you very much for coming out. Sure. Thank you, sir. Thank you.